Happy Wednesday, everyone. I just got home from work and I got a bunch of orders in. I don't know what the post office was up to, but they have all my packages for ransom and delivered them all today. So I got my Heaven Sent by Shannon order, which I will be reviewing today, so we can be ready for the sale on Friday, the 50% off 1-year anniversary, the birthday. Very excited about that. I got my Ethereal Elixirs order. It's a small one because I haven't tried anything from them yet, so that'll be coming up. I got my perfume girly hat from Vanilla. Very excited. I have the matching sweatshirt as well. I love the black and pink combo. And I got a Moments by Care order that completely bypassed San Francisco. So if you don't know, I live in Hawaii and all my orders, especially hazmat, perfume, whatever, over a certain weight, it's supposed to be at least, go through San Francisco because they have to ship by boat. So this one, don't know what happened. It's still pretty hefty. Somehow just left straight from Pennsylvania and ended up here. So I didn't expect it today and I'm very excited, but that'll be in another video because it's kind of a hefty order. So let's get into our Heaven Sent by Shannon order and see what goodies we have. I think I'll start off the video by kind of sharing also my fragrance combo of the day, which is Fancy Love by Jessica Simpson, Yum Bougie Marshmallow, and layered with a little bit of Positivo by Genre. It was a pretty good combo. I would say today I felt very light and airy, really romantic, and then added a little bit of like lemon cream in there. Talking about those fragrances in my last video really made me remember how much I love wearing them together. So I've been on a fancy love kick again and I'm almost done with this bottle. So I went to Ross and I got 2 more because they're like 20 bucks. Amazing. So that was my combo of the day. Also, I'm so sorry if I'm talking too fast. I am super excited. This order is full of brand new things I've never tried from her and like not really an upgrade order. So I'm super stoked. But I'll start off with my samples. I got Vanilla Skin, their inspiration of Vanilla Skin by Fleur, and Juicy Melons, which I believe is a new fragrance. I haven't gotten to try it yet. So that's why I started with this one. So Juicy Melons has Juicy Watermelon, Sparkling Citrus, Sunny Pineapple, Ocean Air, Fluffy Cotton Candy, Smooth Musk, Pink Sea Salt, and Sweet Berries. So this one, I definitely am getting a juicy, more tart watermelon backed by the citrus and pineapple, like that tart juiciness and crisp juiciness, effervescence, and brightness of citrus, really pushing that melon forward. So whereas if you have, I keep dropping this, I've already filmed this clip once and I dropped it the first time too. But if you already have the watermelon sugar, that one is definitely like a sugared watermelon candy where you can almost like visualize the sugar crystals on the outside of a gummy candy. This one is more on the fresh side of watermelon. So if that's kind of like, watermelon is tricky for you because sometimes it can be for me, it can be too sickly sweet. If you veer more towards wanting a wearable, more fresh, summery watermelon, I think Juicy Melons would be what you like. It has some sweetness, but it doesn't overtake everything. Whereas watermelon sugar, if that's already a note that's kind of varied for you. Sorry if you can hear my son playing over there. He's really excited and playing with Woody and Buzz again, as I've mentioned in every video. But watermelon sugar leans really sugary sweet. So this might be the better watermelon scent for you. And Vanilla Skin, I got this in my last order that came in, my upgrade of Vanilla Bean Noel. And I feel like it's spot on to my nose, minus the peppery note that I feel like Vanilla Skin from Fleur gives. So that was a positive change for me. I really liked that one and I was very surprised by it. Okay, so this first one is Nectar of the Gods. I'm really excited to try it. I've heard Vanilla talk about it and the way she described it sounded like one of my dreams. I love peach, as you guys have heard in pretty much all my videos. This one, I don't know why it even took me so long to try it. I think I was just hesitant because what note is it in here? Was it, I don't know actually. Maybe it was the violet, but this perfume has raw coconut, sun-kissed raspberry, mandarin orange, violet petals, peach nectar, juicy plum, vanilla, and sugar. Oh, that's crazy. Okay, sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so excited. Like I did not expect all of these packages to come today and it's like Christmas. That plum is really coming through. Like, okay, where I have mentioned maybe in my last video of walking into a supermarket and smelling fresh plum, like like they just pulled them off the truck. That's this. Like that one, I still feel that way, but this one is like, if that could be more realistic than I already thought that was, that's what I really smell. And then I'm really getting that true to peach. You know how peach can kind of like, when you're smelling an actual peach, it can kind of have that, not even in a bad way, just so realistic, but like the way a peach can smell musky and kind of earthy, like you can smell that actual true to realistic fruit smell. I'm getting that. Yeah, that's really what pulls through to me, is like maybe a little hint of that mandarin peeking through, kind of juicy citrus. But really what I'm getting is peach nectar and that plum, heavier on the plum, peach kind of secondary, and almost like that realistic, like you cut it open, almost like you cut it open after you found it in the grocery store while you're still at the grocery store. Wow, that's really fresh. And I should emphasize, it's not like super syrupy or anything. It won't be sickly sweet. This one leans, I feel like, way more fresh, very realistic. That is crazy. This took me too long to try. This next one is Pink Panther by House of Sillage. This one I have a rollerball of. I meant to order the spray and then I got a rollerball, so I wanted to actually smell the spray. But this one has notes of pink lady apple, candied strawberry, magnolia petals, rock sugar, whipped marshmallow, sugared musk, orange blossom, heliotrope, and bubblegum. So a lot of my favorite blender florals, I mean, I don't know if that's what they're called, that's just what I feel like they are magnolia and heliotrope. I find I really love those. Oh, this one is so yummy, because what I really smell is like nice, crisp, pink lady apple skin. I don't know if specifically I'd be like, this is pink lady apple, but I smell the apple skin, and I'm smelling a light element of the candied strawberry. Like you can imagine a full candied strawberry, but just imagine if you toned down the intensity and let the apple shine through. Like, you know, when you just buy a bag of apples from like Costco and you can smell them, like imagine that, a little background of candied strawberry, and just light sugar in the background. At least for me right now, I don't know if it'd be different on skin, because I decided to put this sweater on to match the funness of this video, so I don't really have a lot of exposed skin. But I don't feel like the bubblegum is crazy bubblegum, because I'm not a real fan of bubblegum fragrances, to be honest. But this one doesn't stand out intensely to the point where if you gave this to me without me knowing the notes, I wouldn't have guessed there's bubblegum. It's just very pretty, and I feel like very elegant, very wearable. I'm very excited with the spray. Like the rollerball wasn't too different, but you know, sometimes when it's more in an oil concentration versus like a, not projectable, but when it sprays out and has a chance to kind of like, I don't even know what that word is. If I think of it, I'll put it, my editing self will put it up here, but the word for when a perfume can actually like project and then kind of like go through the triage of notes. Very, very yummy. So I'm very excited I finally got this spray. I forgot that I had this, and I have tried it, so I know in the intro I said this is all new to me. Forgot about this one, so sorry. This next one is Cotton Candy Boardwalk, inspired by Bath and Body Works. Oh, Cotton Candy Boardwalk. That is what the fragrance is called, my bad. It has airy cotton candy, juicy raspberry, warm sugar, and creamy vanilla. That smells so good. I really got this one for the raspberry, and I love Shannon's cotton candy. Specifically, Fairy Floss is my favorite, but even just like cotton candy or bubbly cotton candy, her cotton candy is so good. This one almost translates to me as almost like bubblegum, toned down, not intense, not like in your face, pink bubblegum, boom, popping a bubble in your face, but like an air of bubblegum turned like, and then you can smell the cotton candy and like raspberry sugar. And this is really reminding me of something. Something is bringing me back to elementary school. I can't tell what it is. Let me see if I can figure it out. Hold on. Okay, I think I figured out what it is. looking at things, because I searched raspberry cotton candy early 2000s things. That didn't really help me. But the actual cotton candy sugar, like if you've ever seen somebody or actually done it yourself where you pour the cotton candy sugar into the cotton candy machine, that's what I'm smelling, which is very good because like the cotton candy note is obviously very accurate, but that's what I'm smelling. And I think that's what it is. Once I saw the picture of those containers, which I'll see if I can put a picture up here, instantly I was like, yeah, that's it. That one's really good. Okay, next we have Boardwalk Taffy, also inspired by Bath & Body Works. I was really going on my red berries and cotton candy journey. I love a good red berry, especially a sugared red berry. I don't know what my sons are doing over there. Oh my gosh. So this one I actually just saw in Vania's video this morning, and I was super excited because I was like, that's in my order. I'll get to try this literally today after I watch her video. So this one has red juicy red berries, my bad, spun sugar, and smooth whipped vanilla. Oh, this one is so pretty. When it says smooth whipped vanilla and you smell the creaminess in here, it translates as smooth. Like I can just imagine, like it's not whipped cream, but like imagine a vanilla ice cream, you know, when you like have a spatula and you could just like smooth it over and it just looks so decadent and creamy. That's how that's coming across. The juicy red berries are like not too intense. This is really pretty. Let me see if this is listed in Fragrantica as like close to anything, and I'll tell you, because this is reminding me of something, but I haven't smelled the original. So again, not the original, but something else. So let me look. Okay, I see this is compared to Cotton Candy Clouds, Whipped Berry Meringue, Yum Bougie Marshmallow, and Macaron Cloud. I'll have to say, I think it's Macaron Cloud. I've had that one, I've had specifically the Emily in Paris collection, and I feel like that is accurate. So if maybe you still have that, because that wasn't too long ago. I really feel like that. Okay, the next one I have is Coconut Seabreeze.
Correct.
And it has notes of bright citrus, smooth coconut, delicate jasmine, sweet vanilla, cozy tonka, and gentle musk. Okay, this one intrigued me because I love a good vanilla citrus coconut, especially if it's like a clean, beachy sunscreen coconut. I'm a sucker for those. I really enjoy them. And this one looked like it had enough balancing elements that I was like, this could be really sophisticated. So I was super excited about it. This is so pretty. I really smell the jasmine and the citrus working together. Oh, that's so interesting. Ooh, okay, I really like this. So I smell the jasmine and citrus kind of like harmonizing. And I feel like the coconut and vanilla is just to soften it, if that makes sense. Like they don't stand out on their own. I'm not like, there's coconut. Well, I guess kind of as it's developing, I'm smelling it individually a little bit, but overall it's not making itself known. And then the sweet vanilla background. Oh yeah, that just like softens it. I will say it's a like, at least right now, citrus forward with just coconut and vanilla smoothing it out. I feel like, and not in a bad way at all, but this reminds me of one of the, and I think I have it in my bathroom. I don't know. Sorry, that sounds so bad. But one of those Febreze, it's the room fresheners that they stay in there, but they always come out with really good smells. And this reminds me of one of the tropical ones. God, it smells so good. But I always wished it was like in an actual fragrance, but it's always just in like a room spray. That smells super good. And very, I'd say like a sophisticated citrus beach smell, if you like those. My last 10 ml before one of the raw material fragrances is Crush on You. And this one has fresh berries, caramel drizzle, sparkling fizzy sugar, and soft vanilla. As I mentioned, I love a good fresh berry and sparkling fizzy sugar. I was like, that had me. Essentially, that was like sparkling red berries. I know it's not what it is, but I was like, my favorite. I love those. Anyway, so give a good spray. Ooh. Oh, this reminds me of the opening of something. What is it? What is it? What is it? That's like bright red berries. Not too, not rich, but I'd say that fizzy element and where that comes through is like the brightness of the berries. Okay, so my last item is the Softest Thing I Know. And this is one of the raw fragrances she just put out. It has vanilla cotton candy, soft marshmallow, soft sweet vanilla cloud, vanilla fluff, and powdered sugar. So we're just really layering it on. Also, you can see the sun is setting right now. So it does come with mine got a little messed up, but it does come with a little kind of like description of the fragrance, kind of what fragrance family it falls in. So it says it's in the vanilla gourmand fragrance family. Oh, that's really cool. She gives you like the vibe of it. Soft, sweet, and ethereal. It says it's perfect for fans of delicate cotton candy-like scents that feel feminine, airy, and comforting. It layers beautifully with other vanilla gourmands, soft musks, and sweet, fluffy fragrances. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, so a whole card just kind of detailing the raw fragrance. So I'm super excited to smell this. I know my first, I don't know why I keep doing that. Let me smell it on this first. But I know this might need time to develop as well, as it just went through transit and did all the things. But so I'm just giving you my review as it stands right now. And yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes. Ooh. Okay, I can tell you exactly what this smells like to me. Okay, hold on, sorry. Wow, I'm very happy with this. What this smells like to me, if you prefer Haagen-Dazs vanilla bean ice cream, or is it French vanilla? Let me find out. I don't want to get this wrong. Hold on. Okay, so it's Haagen-Dazs vanilla bean. The way that ice cream tastes is exactly how this smells. It almost has that light in the air vanilla quality to it, almost like it's cold. It's just a hint of being there. It smells so good and so delicate. That's a good word. Delicate. That's how this smells. This smells so good. Really, really like this. Very pretty. That's exciting. Oh, that's really fun. And I really like how it comes with a whole little fun descriptor and, you know, information of the fragrance. Okay, now I'll kind of get into the portion of the video where I tell you what I recommend for things I've already tried. So the top one on my list right now is pink musk. When you read the notes, you see ripe strawberries, pink grapefruit, lily of the valley, and white sandalwood. And at least for me, if I were looking at that, maybe I wasn't like as familiar with how those come together. I can tell you, when I first smelled this, exactly what I thought of. And it is, actually I have one right here, Paris Amour. That's exactly what this smells like to me. It's like, I won't say it's a one-for-one dupe or anything of it, but if you've been looking for something in that fragrance family that's like close enough, because it's always not available at Bath & Body Works, and it's never like a fragrance, it's just like a body spray, this will do that for you. As soon as I smelled this, this is one I'm upgrading when the sale comes around, and I might get the Extrait and I might get the body oil. This is Paris Amour to me, and it's lovely and so girly, and I feel like sophisticated. It's so pretty. Yeah. Paris Amour. And if you like things like that, Paris Amour, Fancy Love, I feel like they're all kind of like in a fragrance family that I can identify of soft, elegant, feminine, and pretty, whatever. You'll like that one for sure. The next one I for sure recommend that I'm also upgrading myself is Bubbly Cotton Candy. I have this one sprinkled with Marshmallow Goddess, which is really good, but even just the original, I've even had one with added cotton candy, also in a small one. And this one is so good. I believe this one, so it has sun-ripened strawberries, pink sugar, fizzy champagne bubbles, fresh spun cotton candy, and luscious vanilla. But I believe this is their their version of what's called champagne toast with added cotton candy. And then what I wanted to do was add like a powdery marshmallow to it. The cotton candy adds such a youthfulness to it in a good way that it doesn't make it juvenile, but it really just amps up the fruitiness of it, which is really, really yummy. It makes it feel more bold and not just so heavy on the, gosh, what is even in champagne toast that kind of is like, ends up being the star of the show? Let me see if I can look this up. Okay, so if I'm looking at the right notes, the champagne, tangerine, and nectarine, passion fruit, and blackcurrant are the fruits that are in champagne toast. Let me see if the other listings concur with that. Champagne, red berries, tangerine. Okay, so whereas in I feel like champagne toast, those berries are kind of like what really takes place in bubbly cotton candy. The berries are there, but they're amplified and made more fun with like the sugary cotton candy, but they go together really, really well. And yeah, this is definitely one of my favorites. So if you're at all been curious about this, or you like champagne toast, or you like kind of fruity, maybe like was it compared to Eden sparkling lychee? If you like that, I definitely think this would be a safe bet for you. Super, super yummy. The next one on my recommendations list is Twisted Tangerine. This one has notes of juicy tangerine, peach, exotic papaya, excuse me, I got a hiccup in my throat, and creamy tonka. So this one, what I feel like, I really get juicy tangerine and almost like the element of like peach skin that kind of sophisticates the tangerine, but it's still really juicy. Papaya specifically, I don't smell individually on its own, like it doesn't stand out to me. I'm like, hey, I'm papaya. I feel like it just adds a roundness to the fragrance, if that makes sense, like to round it out. But the tonka, I feel like kind of is what elevates the fragrance to like a sophisticated, juicy tangerine. It's not just straight up like tangerine syrup, tangerine candies. But yeah, I feel like the soft peach, kind of getting that peach skin element with a little bit of not crispness, but that's kind of what I want to say, like some crispness to it, some fuzziness to it. And then the tonka adds like a little bit of sophistication to make it a little more mature, just add a little bit of warmth in there. But yeah, overall, if you like tangerine, I feel like you'll love this. It doesn't veer too far from the tangerine fragrance family, but it does add a little bit of sophistication to it. The next one on my list that I also will probably be upgrading is Naughty. I know I already have a 30 ml, but I kind of want to get the Extrait. It has pink cotton candy, sugar dipped berries. Are you guys sensing a theme with the type of things that I like? Maybe. Whipped cream, vanilla, noir accord, and musk. Now this one's kind of tricky to explain. I definitely get some light sugared raspberry. It's not too aggressive, and I definitely get the pink cotton candy. Now the noir accord is where I kind of, I don't know how to describe it, but it's more where you think it might, okay, when I hear noir accord, what I would think of is it gets really rich, really sultry, really intense. I don't feel like this gets intense. I feel like this is still like fun and playful, but it has a little bit of like a girly, as it says, flirty, seductive edge to it, but it doesn't lean too dark or rich or sultry, if that makes sense. Somebody says in the comments, this says, smells like adult cotton candy. That's true. I feel like that's good. Let me see if any of the reviews. Somebody says it smells like Crybaby by Melanie Martinez. I don't know what that smells like specifically, like the original, so I can't say. Let's see. Yeah, this one is kind of tricky, but I'd say if you like a sugared berry, maybe like a mix of like red and black type berries, not specifically blackberry, but like, you know, when you visualize that kind of like on the scent card, I feel like that's pretty accurate. But it is fun and flirty and playful. It doesn't lean too rich or too seductive. Like the fragrance I can imagine that has noir in the name was Guess Seductive Noir, and that one is like rich and spicy and sultry. It's not leaning in that type of noir. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right, and I've said it like 20 times. It's not leaning in that type of realm. It's definitely like more fun and playful. So don't be scared off by that. But yeah, that one's very yummy and I'm definitely upgrading. The next one I recommend is Whip It Good. This one is super yummy. It's sparkling sugar, whipped cream, marshmallow cream, vanilla, and soft musk. Look at me smelling the wrong side. This one I feel is just like a perfect vanilla whipped cream. When it dries down, it adds like a beautiful element of like whipped cream, creaminess to whatever you put on it. Or put it on, put it under, whatever, however you lay your fragrance. It's light, it's not dense. Yeah, literally just like in the best way possible. If you put like Cool Whip into a fragrance, that yummy vanilla lightness, yeah, that's exactly how I feel about it. And it's so good. I love, love, love layering that with things. That's like my upgrade bottle actually. So I may or may not upgrade it during the sale. I don't know. I haven't decided yet because there's a lot of things I want to upgrade to actually like 30 mLs from 10 mLs. So since I already have a 30 ml, I don't know if I'll upgrade that one. But if I hadn't already upgraded it, it would be on my list for sure. So yummy. Okay, a heavy hitter and a crowd favorite is Sugar Baby. And Sugar Baby is inspired by Bianco Latte and Cotton Candy. And as we've mentioned, Shannon's Cotton Candy is amazing. It is nice and sugary and fun. It's not... I feel like it doesn't get misconstrued. I feel like it's accurate, which is super hard to do. At least I feel like smelling the different things I've smelled. So Bianco Latte and Cotton Candy just sounds amazing. The notes are fluffy cotton candy, creamy vanilla, rich caramel, golden honey, and white musk. Imagine, to me, what I get from this is like a sugared, I mean, caramel is sugar, but like a vanilla caramel sugar. I feel like the cotton candy sugar, or like the element of cotton candy, just amplifies the richness of Bianco Latte in like the best way, where it doesn't sit heavy, but it's like it amplifies it and it makes it a little more fun, a little, ironically, a little more light, even though you think you'd be adding more sugary elements to it. It just uplifts it a little bit. But yeah, it says sweet, flirty, and addictive. I definitely would agree. I feel like this is very addictive. And I love wearing this before bed. Yeah, that's definitely one of my recommendations if you haven't tried it already. Especially if you like Bianco Latte. Obviously, if you don't, it's kind of a core element to this, but it's so yummy. Yeah. Okay, my favorite fragrance growing up through middle school, high school, whatever, was Vanilla Bean Noel. And as we all know, they started making it weird and it just was never the same. But I'd say next to Pink Musk, my second recommendation is Shannon's Vanilla Bean Noel. I feel like before it all started going to crap, this is how it smelled. Like you get the really, sorry, let me not get ahead of myself. The notes are vanilla bean, sugar cookies, soft sugar, creamy undertones, and golden caramel. That caramel really comes through. But when you mix it with the vanilla bean and sugar cookies, it almost gives just like a true rich vanilla. Just a little bit more depth. Yeah, if you remember how Vanilla Bean Noel used to smell, I feel like she got it right. And it brought me back and it made me so happy. This is my upgrade bottle. I already have like one or two other ones that I've almost finished. This is actually, the order that I got the other samples in just recently that I mentioned a little bit earlier. Yeah, and those creamy undertones, it just smooths it out just enough so it's not just a rich, syrupy caramel sugar cookie. Yeah, I feel like she got this just right and I'm so happy about it because like I said, that's my favorite. And on top of it only coming around during Christmas time, if they haven't messed it up, it doesn't feel like it lasts that long with Bath & Body Works. So with hers, I feel like it lasts much longer. And you can get a body oil. So that's definitely what I'm going to be adding to my cart for the sale. So I hope you enjoyed my recommendations. If you kind of need a reference of different fragrances I like, I kind of added one of those in my genre video, kind of in the beginning of what I like from different scent profiles. So if you kind of need a reference to see if my recommendations would match up with things that you like, you can check that out. And I can also make an updated one in an individual video to reference. But yeah, I hope you guys are excited for the sale. I know I'm excited. Don't tell my husband, but I'm super excited. I plan on doing some damage. But yeah, hopefully you guys liked my little mini first impression reviews, and hopefully you guys are building your carts or want to share in the comments below what you're planning on ordering. And I'm excited to see what everybody gets. All right, bye. Have a good night.